this all ready to go? Okay. Alright everyone, so this is now day 2 with Alex. And you're probably saying, well, it's day 2. How can you possibly say that Alex is bad? We really haven't had our hands on this character and we really don't know what he's capable of and what he's doing. As it stands right now within the frame data, if you look at V-frames, or if you look at the Android app that you use to look at your frame data, most of the time, 98% of the time when you look at a character, you can get a good idea for how they play based on their frame data. So let's start at the very core basics of Alex, and let's see why he is bad. I personally think that Alex has potential to be the worst character in the game. Worse than Zangief, and I'm going to show you and explain to you why I believe that and why I think that. Of course, you're totally welcome to have your totally different opinions. I could be completely talking out of my ass, but I'm going to show you the examples and the reasons why I think Alex is bad. So let's start off on his normals and his links and his opportunities and his combos and how he gets his damage. So we have the chop. Let's start with the special moves. Okay, just bare bones basic. Actually, let's start at the normal. So his combos and his links that he has, without a counter hit, he has standing medium punch to standing light hit, right? And then he also has standing medium punch to standing light punch. His frame trap that I've found that is being quite useful is standing medium punch to standing medium punch. If they block the medium punch and then they hit a button, the standing medium punch will connect, and on counter hit, if I just switch to counter hit, he gets good combos. Alex on counter hit is very strong. He's actually really strong because he can link into that and then he can go for the, I missed the timing, but he can go right to his chop and then he can go and get his damage that he needs to get or that he wants to get. On top of that, his V skill is built around counter hit. The problem with his V skill though is that once you build it, first off, it has terrible startup time. So if you're anywhere in the neutral and someone sees Alex wind up, they can jump in on Alex for free on reaction and then get a combo and do whatever that they're going to do to punish that. So in the neutral, you really can't wind up. Seeing as you're a grappler, your entire goal, or a mid-range character, whatever you choose to label him as, is to get inside and to pressure and to do damage because you're a big character. You're like a Zangief. You're supposed to be big and slow but do good damage if you can get in. That's his character build, a basic character build. So let's go back to the normals a little bit. I'm jumbling around. So his crouching medium punch is really good. It has really good range. It's probably one of my favorite normals with him. The problem is you can't do anything after it. On counter hit, you can't combo into anything, or you can't extend to anything, unless you're close. But the problem is with that is that it's a slow normal. So if anybody's hitting any buttons, close range, like Ryu or Laura or Mika's doing her 3 frame standing jab or her standing medium punch at 5 frames, I think, yeah, 5 frames, then you're gonna lose because it's so slow. And his jab, his crouching jab is insanely slow for a jab. I think it's like 5 or 6 frames. I'm not sure the exact startup, but it's pretty bad. Now, he has the luxury of being able to hit confirm from his crouching jab, which is cool, but he can only go into EX chop. So he has to burn bar to get a hit confirm from a jab. That's probably the strongest or most viable thing that he has going for him, but he loses his bar just to get a combo. Whereas other characters, they have hit confirms, they have viable things from ranges, and they have tools that they can use. Like Mika has standing medium punch to the medium punch toss throw. You know, Nakali has standing medium kick to crouching medium punch to stomp. Ken has crouching medium punch to target combo. Ryu has forward high punch to stuff, or 2 medium punches to EX Tatsu, or to Shoryuken. Standing medium punch, crouching high punch, Shoryuken. Cammy has 2 crouching medium punches to spiral arrow. They have hit confirms. The problem with Alex is that if you do a standing medium punch, if you're just kind of far out, that light punch isn't going to connect. So you need to be right in there just for the chance for a low swipe. if you look at the damage output, you get 143 damage. That's really poor. An average combo should be at least low 200s to mid 200s for feasible damage. But for a big character, it's kind of crappy. It's kind of meh. So looking at his other normals, his standing high kick is absurdly slow. It's ridiculously slow. And it's negative on block. It's not punishable, but it's negative. So if I hit a button after Alex does his standing high kick, I am now in charge of hitting buttons next. So Alex can't do anything. The reason why he can't do anything is because his reversal, or his command grab, is 6 frames. It's not 5 frames, so it's not like Zangief, and it's not like Nika. It's actually slower. But the game compensates for that by giving Alex more stun. But once again, the problem comes back to, how are you going to land that grab? Okay, it's phenomenal that they give this increased stun, but how am I going to get in? How am I going to go in and do my damage? Another normal to look at is the crouching high punch is also negative as well. It's a very good move if you can connect the move, because it goes into the super, and it goes into the chop, but you have to connect that move. So you're probably saying, oh, well, if you get a counter hit with his V skill, you can do that, right? But that comes back to the original point of, when are you going to use this V skill in the neutral? When are you going to find an opportunity to stand there, wind up your arm, and build your V skill? So now that you have your V skill, let's just say, miraculous evidence, somebody lets you do your arm and wind up. If the opponent blocks your next attack, you lose that. So you lose that ability to now pressure, because you just did your V skill and they blocked it. So now you really don't have anything. You're back to square one again, because you've used your V skill and you don't gain meter from using your V skill in the neutral. So the V skill, the way Alex is designed, is they want you to land the counter hits, because that's how we extend the combos, and that's how Alex gets his knockdown. But the problem is that his normals are so lackluster that you're not going to be able to confirm or do anything once you do land his normals. So if I have standing medium kick, which is actually a good normal, it's actually very good. His standing medium kick and his crushing medium punch are really good. But the thing is like, I can't get anything from this. I can't do anything else after this. I'm back to the neutral. And another thing is, another tool that he has that it could be very good is his dive. The dive is probably the way that he's supposed to get in. But once again, if someone blocks that, like, they don't even have to anti-air it. Because once Alex goes up for the dive, he has to commit to that. So he has to commit to that action. So once you block it, look how much recovery he has. He spins around and he rolls around on the ground. That's like a free super for most of the cast. So you're at this position again where it's like, alright, how do I get in? If the opponent throws a fireball, or they do something to prevent Alex from getting in, he can stomp and he can be in, but the opponent has to do something. If they don't have to do anything to let Alex in, because Alex struggles in the neutral, because once he hits you with his normal, there's no extension. There's nothing that you can do. If you do activate his V trigger, if you do combo, there's a couple of feasible combos that he does have. So let's look over his combo and the damages up, so we can see what the damage is and how good he does versus, say Zangief or Birdie. Birdie on average can whip out anywhere from mid to low 500s to low 600s in damage if he's fully stocked, if he has everything, because he does stupid damage. So let's look at something that Alex can do. Then I can do, give me a second. And then I can go for super, right? But look at the resources that I had to burn to do that. I got low 500s from doing that, and I burned my V trigger in the combo, and I burned my super. Ryu with ease can go high 500s, easy, by doing forward high punch, crouching high punch, V-trigger activation, crouching high punch, Shoryuken, super. And he gets stun off of it too, because his super, once he's in V-trigger, stun. So that's really stupid. So, some other things that you can do, everyone's seen the combos, everyone knows, like, okay, then you can go into super, you can do that. But once I do my crouching high punch, let's say I land it, I do my crush counter, right? Like I wind up, and I do my crush counter. His damage off of crush counter without meter is very, it's average. Like it's not even high. So if I just do my crush counter, like 245 damage without meter, like what? That's terrible. That's terrible. Macaulay, Ken, Cammy, so many other characters do damage easily. And with, you know, like Zangief, for example, worst character in the game. Standing high punch, crush counter, command throw. Free damage. Free. Like, I can't even do my command grab after I do my crush counter. And if I do the high punch, he goes in the air. Let's see if I do my heavy punch. Guess what? It's just a normal counter. Because I do my grab after. Because now I do this, I mess it up. 301, like that's so, it's so minimal. It's not good. His anti-airs are incredibly situational too. So let's say I have the dummy. I'm gonna have him be recorded. I'm just gonna jump in, right? So we're here, whatever, and I'm doing that. So there's my jump, right? Now, his up kick move. Oh, I didn't put it to playback. My bad. His up kick move, if you know the jump is coming, you can kind of do it. But look at that. Like, it went under him. And see, I did it, but it countered. Okay, I got him there. Sometimes it'll work. Then I could read it there, but I know that the jump is coming. Like, because I recorded him, and I set him to come. But even then, I'm still having a hard time reacting to that. If I'm in the neutral, it's hard. And then on top of that, if I do the crouching high punch, I move forward. And even some cases, I might hit it a little late, because if I do it too late, I don't get that juggle. And I might even get a trade. So his anti-air really comes down to, you have to do the EX kick, and you have to be ready for that, because it's the fastest. But I'm burning bar just to get an anti-air, so that means that I'm not using my meter to do my super, or to combo from my jab, to do combos and to get a knockdown and get the damage. So if someone jumps in at me, I either have to kind of eat the jump in, go for a risk with a crouching high punch, or a normal, or maybe hopefully my jab will anti-air, which doesn't really give me damage, because I want damage. So it's like, he's a big character and he has all this damage, but like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if I'm here or something, this move will whiff on crouchers. So if I do forward high punch, and this in particular characters like Mika or Laura are crouching, that'll whiff. Like, look at that. Why doesn't that hit Alec? Why doesn't that hit? I have to be right next to them to hit? So if I'm here and they're sitting there in the neutral, they're probably hitting jab or a crouching medium kick, crouching medium punch, any normal that's faster than this. So when am I going to be able to hit this? The only time that I'm able to hit that is if I go into V skill and I swing my arm. So now I can do my counter hit setup thing. Now I can do my combo, and then now I can do, you know, whatever I need to do. But the point is that he has these tools and he has damage. He definitely does. But when am I going to use it against a practical player? Like, so another tool that they give him is they say, oh, if you fully charge this move, it's unblockable. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. That's cool. I have an unblockable. Ryu has amazing unblockables. But the thing is that Ryu's unblockable with his projectile, it's practical. it's something I can use. Because if I'm in the corner or something and I'm Ryu, and I'm here and I'm chucking fireballs or something, you're scared to jump because I have a Shoryuken. I have a tool to stop you. And because I'm in V-Trigger, I can Shoryuken you and get more damage, and then if I do it low enough, I get super. So that's awesome. Or if I have EX meter on stock, I'm going to charge it quicker so I get my unblockable faster. But if I'm Alex, you're not going to stand around and let me hit that and just let me get an unblockable. You're going to pressure me. You're going to throw a fireball. You're going to do a Tatsu. You're going to jump over it. You're going to just jump neutral. You're going to find ways to stop me doing that. So it's kind of like, okay, so when I'm close to you, I get a grab, right? Let's just say I get a command grab and I'm like, oh, I got the command grab. Cool, now I'm here. That's further than Zangief gets. And he gets that range off of every single power bomb that he does. So now I'm here. Well, guess what? None of this shit hits. Nothing I do is gonna hit. My light thing's gonna miss. My medium one is. My heavy is. So what do? I'm back to the neutral again. Alright, cool. So now I have to get find my way in and get another lucky grab. So, okay. There's that. Now let's take a look at the dummy settings if I do wake up actions. So let's record some wake up actions and see what he has for reversals. I set the timer on. So, EX command grab, right? Let's start there. Set wake up actions. Let's go to 1. I think I did it right. Okay. Lift it up. Okay. So if I time meaties, guess what? You don't have a reversal either. So what do? How do you block? How do you defend? We already covered that his normals are slower than most characters' normals. So if you're being pressured by Armika with standing medium punch pressure, or Laura with jabs, or Ken, or anybody else that has a faster normal than you, you can't do anything unless you V-reversal. So you have to use your V-reversal to get out. But hold on, if you use your V-reversal, then you're giving up your V-trigger and your combos and your damage. So you're giving up your ability to create combos once you get in. So you can get your counter hit setups. Oh, I still haven't set to that. You can get counter hit setups and you can do these things. But the thing is that Alex is built around the counter hit. So it comes back to the V skill. Alright, here's this V skill. Excellent. But it's just crazy because after you do anything, you can't really combo. So if let's just say I land this crouching high punch. Keep in mind, it's also negative. So if I just do it in a random, my opponent now has the chance to begin pressuring me because it's negative on block. And the same goes for all of his special moves too. So if I set the dummy to do the slash, we'll say the chop. We'll just put him on the chop because that's a famous move that everyone's going to do. If I set it on the chop, right? Oh, we record again, I messed that up. And I block, right? Actually, I probably should get Ryu for this. Let me go back and get Ryu because this will explain it more clearly so that you can see the impracticalness of the chop. So basically the chops are all -4. Every single chop that he has, the slash, or whatever you want to call it, it's -4. So any character with a 3-frame reversal a la Ken or Ryu, you're going to get punished every time. Now, you might be able to play online and play some players that, you know, really aren't that good, or blah, 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 and you get a couple gimmicky wins, you get some things, but in the real world, in the tournament mindset, if you're trying to be really good, Alex is... I think he's the worst character right now, honestly. Because if you look at Zangief, Zangief had struggles. Like, Zangief totally struggles. He's not good. But Zangief has things that help him. He has a forward medium kick that allows him to go to a command grab that hops over lows. He has a fantastic crush counter with standing high punch into the SPD. He has a comboable V-trigger from jab, from crouching jab. He has a jump in that is hit confirmable to crouching jab, standing light kick to super. He has a super that you can negative edge, jump, and walk forward and then utilize, as Snake Eyes does. He has really good kick throw setups with standing light kick to the running bear grab. He has tools. So let me go back and use this as an example. So I'm going to record, and that's -4, and I'm holding down back. I think I should have found my inputs, just so you guys see I'm not making crap up key display. Let's do that. Alright, so let's do the recording again. Okay. See, so I'm holding down back now. So now if I can punish, I'm going to punish. Let's play it back. There you go, reversal. So on reaction, people are going to start punishing that. That wasn't even a reversal and I punished that one. And then if I get it, if I practice it enough, you're going to be able to get the Shoryuken. And then if I have super stocked, I'm going to get the super. I missed it there. I bet. But the point is you guys saw it. Is that once you do it, once people get used to the timing, that's going to be punishable. See, I just punished it on reaction to super. So if I have a super, or if I have a 3-frame reversal, or if I have a 3-frame button, or Mika has a 3-frame standing jab, she can do 2 jabs into butt splash and punish you just because you just did a move. Or if she has super, guess what? She's doing standing light punch or standing low kick because that's 4 frames. Standing medium punch, and she's going to target combo and go to super because you just decided to do a random splash. So on top of that too, even if you don't punish it, even if it's not punished, the thing is that Alex can't do anything after he's negative because he's close to you, because we covered before that his reversal is not meaty. I mean, it is not invincible. So you can punish it and do things to it. What do you call it? Before he can do anything. So the main problem with Alex isn't like his lack of tools, it's his lack of utilizing his tools. It's his lack of being able to use them. So let's look at another move. Let's take a look at something else. We're gonna do this. We're gonna record his dash punch thing. I'm gonna do what version? I don't know what version. Let's do the light. Right version, right? Holding down back, I'm blocking. Get that out. Here we go. Alright, so that didn't punish it. That didn't punish it. Maybe the light is safe. Let's see. I think I forgot the frame data on it exactly. Let's see what we got. Okay, so point being, there, his super was able to punish it. So it is in fact negative. I did the fireball first, so that wasn't a punish. But let me wait for the meter, come back. Didn't get the reversal. Got it there, that's a punish. Okay, so, alright, so Alex has to be careful of certain moves against certain characters, when they have super, when they don't, the range of moves, and things like that. But the point is that even if I don't punish it, if you don't have meter, if you don't have any resources to get out of trouble, you're blocking. You are going to block. And then once you start blocking, you're not going to be able to get out of a situation. So let me go back and let's do one more situation here. That shows you the lack of buttons that Alex really has. So I'm going to pick a character, and I'm going to pressure with that character. So the character is going to be, let's say, Ken. So I'm going to be Alex, and I'm going to pick Ken. And I'm just going to pressure and try to get out of the situation by hitting buttons, by doing different things, by trying different things while he's pressuring me, and reset the situation to see his lack, so you can understand and see his lack of buttons. So Alex is here. Let's get the dummy up. So here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna, do some buttons. Do like a basic string, some basic Street Fighter 4 stuff, right? And let's do this. Do like maybe 2 medium punches, just different things. So now we're gonna play back. We're gonna reset. Countered. Countered. Take a look at the different buttons too. Pushing medium punch. Now I'm gonna try reversal. Reversal. E. Let's try crouching medium kick. B. Let's try standing medium punch. Okay. B. B. So it might be a little hard to see it now, but when he's being pressured, it's very difficult for him to get out of a situation. The only time that you can reliably get out of a situation is if the computer makes a mistake. So another move I didn't even go over, I wanted to go over, I keep goofing, is his sweep and his standing high kick. Those are really important to go over too, because the standing high kick is the key to do his crush counters. That's where he's going to start most of his stuff, where he can either link into standing high punch, or he can go to crushing heavy punch and do stuff from that. So let me pick Mika, and then I'm going to go to Alex.
This will be perfect for a warm-up.
So I didn't cover these two normals. I should have. My bad. It's on the fly, so give me a break. So here I am with Mika. We're going to record. Then we're going to do a crouching roundhouse. We're going to space it. Let's do it from the beginning, just so it can look nice. So here we go. Let's do it, and I'm going to tip it. Right? So I tip that. Now, we're going to play that back. Completely punished. Because you decided to just do a sweep. Just like most characters, but it's still a normal, and it's still something you have to cover. Wait, oh, I didn't do the EX butt left. See? Countered, completely punishable. Yep, and I can also do my toss and go in and do my stuff. So his sweep is also unsafe. So you can't do that in the neutral either. Now, let's see if we can do something else. So let's get back to the center. Let's do the standing high kick now, because the standing high kick is important because that's going to open up the counter hits. So let's do the standing high kick. And block. Okay? So, do that. So the standing high kick looks safe, right? But here's the problem. It's slow. And you're not going to have time to start it. Because if I'm hitting buttons in the neutral, you're not going to be able to do that move. Because it's too slow. So now, you're like, oh, I want to land my high kick. But even if you do land the high kick and block it, now you're negative. So now, I get to press buttons, and you have to do this. And you have to guess. And you have to do whatever. So, basically what I'm getting back to is, this character is lacking because he has the damage and he has things that he can do. Like, oh, I can do that. But guess what? You just spent bar. Okay? Or, if you do that, now you're at a light. But what do you do from here? What's your game plan? What's your point? You're gonna run in and go for a grab? Or are you gonna try to fish with standing high kick? When you were Geef in Street Fighter 4, we had EX Green Hand, we had Lariat, we had things like that. He has normals, but what do they lead to? In Street Fighter 4, Geef's normals lead to combos. In Street Fighter 4, Hugo can do claps, and he can get damage because they leave him with a lot of frame advantage. The problem with this character is, unless he's burning meters, or it's in a counter hit, you get nothing, or you get minimal damage. So that's kind of the problem. At least with Geef, when he lands a crouching jab or standing jab to standing leg kick to lariat, you get a knockdown. You get something from doing a low without spending bar. This character, you have to spend bar to do anything worthwhile, and then you're reset again. So you probably won't even have that many opportunities to even land your super. That's pretty good, but in comparison to other characters, his super is lacking because it scales really bad. Like if you get a stun on somebody towards the end of the round, it stuns, it scales really bad. And his super, in comparison to other characters, doesn't do that much damage. So you're giving up a lot of things. So I guess to recap or just kind of go over everything is the character has the tools. He has everything. He has an anti-air. He has everything. But it's very situational. Everything is incredibly situational. Because you're not going to let an Alex player fully wind up. So you're not going to let him get the chance to come over here to hit you. Then once you get the V skill, let's say you get the V skill as I said, if they block or you get hit, you already lose. So you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting that hit. And then once you get the hit, if you don't have meter, you're really not getting that much from it. So you're just gonna, unless you have a super, you're gonna get some damage, or you're a V-trigger. But if you're in the head of the round, you're in the beginning of the round, there's really, you're not gonna get that much. The fact that I can't really, the fact that he's one of those characters that has to go to the low special move from the button, like he can combo into light, light chop from medium, or heavy chop to medium, it really doesn't benefit him. Because if I could do the heavy chop and then go for the command grab, that's cool, that's useful. Because now I don't need a counter hit to get this done. Now it's like, okay, I see the tool you're giving me there, alright. So if I can scare them with this heavy punch, alright, okay, now they're scared. But there's no reason for anyone to be scared, because after all of your buttons and all of your normals, you are at a disadvantage. You can't do anything else. You can't really pressure more because you're at a disadvantage. And your jab is incredibly lackluster, and if you cancel from the crouching jab, or you do the standing light punch, the standing medium punch to light combo, you can't even go to light. You have to burn the bar. It's just like, you don't get anything. It's like, ooh, you're at a neutral. Okay. But keep in mind that because your command grab is 6 frames, even after that light chop, it's like you have to guess. You're at a disadvantage because your normals are slow. And look at where I am. I can't do anything after this. I can't command grab. I can't do anything. It's like the stomp doesn't cross up. It only hits like in the front. Look at that. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I just don't get the tools and like what Capcom was saying to be like, hey, yeah, this is gonna work. Like, there's no tools. Like, the tools are there, the possibilities are there, but there's no way to open them up and use them correctly because there's no way to do it. So, I mean, you can talk all day about how he has these cool combos and how he has all these things, but you're not really going to land them in a practical match against a top-level player that knows what they're doing, because you're negative as everything, and your anti-airs are situational. So you're crouching high punch, you're like, oh, you can get like really good doubles after that and do things, and I can do unblockables with my V-trigger. But yeah, but good luck landing it. You're not gonna stand in neutral and just sit here all day and be like, oh yeah, let me just charge this up, and you just sit over there, and I should get some damage right after this. No, you know, people aren't gonna let you do that. So the reason why I think Alex is bad is because his tools to get to use his tools are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. Because if you hit anything, how am I comboing? What am I doing here? Like, okay, so I have to burn bar to do this now? Alright, well, great. Cool, I got some damage. But what makes him good? What makes him better than any other character? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing that makes him better. Because everything is negative. This is negative. This is negative. That's like -7. This is his only good normal, but look at that. I can't even, the best I can do is go to light. So, I mean, Alex has the stun. He has the tools, but once again, guys, he has no ways to land these tools. It's just, it's stuff. Like, cool, you have all this combos, but if you can't land the combos, you're not going to get the damage. I can't jump in here and be like, oh, jumping high punch, great, yeah, because now I get this combo. But guess what? That's negative. If I just block that and sit, you're going to get DP'd. You're going to get, look how slow that is. Only like a Riri is going to let you hit that, you know? So, I can't, I don't know, I'm missing the combo. But like, he has the combo, but it's like, the opponent has to do something stupid in order for you to get hit. They don't, if you play like Nakali, he has tools. I have an overhead crush counter that I can do standing high kick, V-trigger cancel into super, or I can do overhead to dash punch, or I can do crouching medium kick to stomp to super, or I can do standing high punch, medium kick, stomp, crouching medium punch, EX disc thing. I can do things. I have a zoning tool. I have a stomp that lets me do things. So when you're on the ground, sitting around, I can, if you're standing full screen, I can do something. Alex doesn't have that. If I do this, guess what? That's negative. He can go through projectiles, yay, but I don't have to throw projectiles. I can just sit and block. I can just do nothing. And guess what? You don't have a way in. You don't have anything to do because all of your stuff is negative. If I have Armika, guess what? The standing high kick, if I just hit that, guess what? I'm +2. I can start a mix-up. I can do standing light kick to medium punch to the butt slap, get a knockdown. If I land the high kick again, I can do that. If I land a standing medium punch, and then I can go to forward medium punch, and then I can throw you into the corner. I have tools to get damage. I have ways to get that damage. If you jump at me, guess what? I have an EX move that I can do from the neutral just by holding down back, and then do down to forward kick, and then I just wait for your jump and I see you and then I get a knockdown. Okay. And then I have a great cross-up game. Okay. Guess what Alex's cross-up is? Guess what it is? A light kick. Ooh boy. Alright, but watch this. Oh, it's hard to combo. I can get a jab after, and if I'm lucky, I can do a medium punch. And then what do I get after the medium punch? I spend meter. I have to spend meter to do that. So that's my opinion on Alex. That's how I personally feel about him. I don't think he's good. I think that he could be good if they make a couple minimal changes. Like, for example, if they just made it so I had to roll my arm once or wing my arm once, great. Now that's a faster V skill. Now I don't have to sit here, roll my arms twice, and eat a jump in neutral. So, I mean, there's minimal things they could do. They could make this comboable. Okay, now we're talking. Now I can do a medium punch from range. It's got good normals. I can go into a chop. Cool. Like, that's cool. It's not going to get me a whole win, but it's a tool to start, because then it can be a threat from mid-range. I could be, people could have fear. I just feel like there's no reason to fear Alex. There's nothing he can do to really scare you. He's cool. He's a cool character. But, like, what do we do? You know? He has all this really interesting stuff, and it's like, you know, okay, so it's like, oh, V-trigger, and do this, and do that, and then like, oh, super, but, yeah, look at those resources that I've earned, and look at the damage. It's not even going to be 500. It's 435 damage for that. Like, I just burned my V-trigger and my super. Like, as a big character, that should be 500 easy. Like, no doubt, 500 damage, but I don't get that. And then if I want to do something in the corner, it's like the only thing I can do. This is the only. He's like one of the only characters I think with the situational is you can do the low anti-air thing. That's cool. I like that. Thank you for giving me that. But guess what? What am I just gonna do? Run up to you normal, do a negative height, negative crushing high punch, and hope you get hit by it? It's like it's stupid. It's like he has damage, he has stuff, but. I don't see how we're supposed to play him. I don't get his game plan. I understand his combos, but like I can't even do standing medium punch ×2 or something to this. Like I might as well just pick Ryu or Nakali or a character with combos and just do that. So that's my opinion on Alex. You know, feel free to talk in the comments. I just feel like his V skill, it's cool, but like you have a 1 in 3 shot of landing that. So if they block, guess what? You lost it. If they hit you, guess what? You lost it. Or if they throw you, you lost it. But you have to get that hit, and it's a slow move. So it's not like you're running in there and you're just gonna do a jab and then you get a crush counter. You have to do a good move. So I guess they just bank on your opponent being stupid. So I mean, feel free to post in the comments, guys. I hope you liked my video. I hope I gave you some evidence, and you know, you can start thinking a little bit more about the game. Think about like what makes him unique, what makes Alex special. You know, that's always a great way to look at the game. Like Fang has poison. That's really special. That's a unique tool. He poisons his opponents, forces them to come to him, play a different way. That's special. You know, Ryu's zones. He has a great fireball. He is unblockable. That's unique to Ryu. We have things like Ken. Ken has the run, where he's kind of gimmicky, but he does the run to kind of stutter you, and that, like, that's his way in. That's how he does his tool. Chun-Li has combos from overhead, has really good chip damage and really good stuff in her V-trigger, and really interesting combos, crouching jab to standing medium to crouching medium kick. That's special. That's unique. What's unique to Alex? What makes him good? You can't do things like, you know, forward high punch in the neutral. Like, you can't, like, it goes over some of the crouching characters, and it's slow. You're just going to beat that out with low normals, or just basic stuff from other characters. You're not going to walk in and be like, hey, excuse me, oh, thanks for my counter hit, now I'll do my combo. Like, it's just, it's not going to happen. So, that's it. Don't jump, signing off. Please, once again, feel free to post in the comments what you guys think. I really look forward to the next DLC character. Having a lot of fun with the game, but Alex makes me really sad, because I don't think he's good. And everyone's like, oh, you're crazy, he's really good. And I feel like I'm being the negative man. I don't think he's good. So, thank you everyone, and I'll talk to you later.